Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide. And the match that drew a spark was a single stolen kiss. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is. For years I've kept my feeling.
I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
We hope everyone's having a great evening, and we appreciate you joining us this evening for our video premiere. Marie and I, we had some plans for today. We were going to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, in Gatlinburg, and we were going to go up there to celebrate our 49th anniversary. But because of the virus that's going around, we've decided to stay home and continue with our sheltering in place. We're recording this video early so that we can share it with you at 9 o'clock tonight. And we hope everybody that's watching will join in and leave some comments and let us know you're there. And we'll reply to you if we can, fast as we can. But we just want to share with you some information about ourselves. Marie and I, we first met in the summer of 1968.
Boy, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, did I say we've been married for 49 years?
Well, it don't seem like it.
Okay, so we were...
It seems like it was only yesterday.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We were just young kids, teenagers, and there was a church here in Rome where we lived at that time, and that church had what's called a bus ministry, and they would send buses to all 4 areas of town and pick up children and bring them to church on Sundays. And so Marie, she lived close into town, and I lived over in the East Rome side of town. So we ended up riding the same bus. But that one morning they come by and picked me up, and Marie was already on the bus, and one of her friends that had known me from 2 or 3 years earlier, she introduced me to Marie. Well, that was it from that day on. I was hooked, hook, line, and sinker. I knew then that I had met the one that I really cared about. So over a period, because of our age, Marie's parents would not let her date anybody until she turned 16. So that was almost a year later before she turned 16.
They were really strict.
Yeah, we both came from big families. I had a family of 7, and Marie had a family of 4.
I had 3 brothers.
Yeah, and so, well, I had a family of 7 children, and so we had a large family, and so anyway, it rocked on to the next year, and I kept asking Marie, I said, let's start dating. And Marie said, I can't date until I'm 16. My parents won't let me.
But did that stop you from wanting me to date you? No, we snuck around and went to the library and seen each other.
Yeah, so anyway, finally on Easter Sunday of 1969, Marie and I, she liked about just 2 or 3 weeks turning 16. And she said, okay, we'll start dating now. And so she said, I can't date you until I'm 16, but we'll say we're dating now. So that was the official day that we started going together and dating, was Easter Sunday of 1969. And so we don't, back then we didn't take pictures of everything we did, so we don't have pictures of everything like that.
But I have memories, and especially the one where you had that big hole in your floorboard, and every time we went riding around, you had to protect me from mud puddles. Oh, those were the good old days.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, so anyway, we did while we were dating. We went to one of my great grandmother's dinners that she had, and so we do have a picture. Someone took a picture of me and Marie in front of my car,
Yeah.
and so we've got that one picture. And other than that, we don't have any pictures of us dating that I know of at all. But I didn't have a camera, and you didn't either. So, you know, it's not like today. Everybody's got a telephone that takes pictures. So, so we rocked on to 1971, and we were planning on getting married. We had been talking about getting married ever since we started dating in 1969. And so as it got closer, we were planning, and I was working full time and going to high school, and Marie was going to high school, and she was working 2 different part-time jobs. So we were taking our money, and we were buying furniture, and we were buying everything we needed to get married before we got married. And so as it got, and we was putting everything we bought, we put into a storage building. And so we were getting real close to it, and Marie's parents, you want to tell that part, or you want me to tell it?
Well, I don't know exactly where you're going, but I think you're just talking about where they said that they were not going to sign for us to get married, and if we did get married, we'd have to do it on our own.
That's right.
So we thought that was they're okay in a sort of weird way.
Yeah. Well, they knew we was wanting to get married, but they were sort of, you know, in our opinion, we thought they were against it because they wouldn't do anything to help us. And so, so we started planning about 3 months before school got out that year, and we were saying, you know, well, how are we going to do this so that we can get married when school gets out and them not block us? Because that's what I was worried about, afraid they was going to block us and try to keep us from getting married.
How I got my wedding dress during that time was you were graduating, and I told my parents that you had to wear a white dress to the graduation ceremony. That's the explanation. I was sneaky, wasn't I? That was the explanation I gave for why I had a white dress. And I saved that money up and bought it myself.
Yeah.
But that was my wedding dress. And that story even gets stranger because I changed when we went up to Gadsden. I changed in a service station because anyway, I put the dress on in the service station.
That's right. So what we did, we was working about 3 months ahead of time. We was trying to figure out what are we going to do to get married. We had already checked, and we knew that we could not legally get married in Georgia without her mother signing or her parents signing.
And that wasn't
And
what
so
happened.
we did some checking, and I went to Alabama, over at Center, Alabama, and they told me that you couldn't get married in Center, Alabama unless you had lived there for, I think, 6 months before you got married. So I said, oh no, this is going to mess us up. How are we going to get married? And anyway, that person that was working that day told me, said, well, I said, but if you'll go on over to Gadsden, said their rules are different over there, and they will marry you over there. So I drove all the way to Gadsden, Alabama, and went to the courthouse and talked to them to find out exactly what had to be done to get married. And so of course you had to have a blood test back those days. And so they told me everything we need to do. And so I come back, and Marie and I went and got our blood test and had all our paperwork and everything. And on Saturday morning, May the 29th, 1971, Marie and I took off to Gadsden, Alabama, and we got married. And so when we come back, her parents, they were a little bit shocked. They had no idea that we were even going to get married. And like Marie said, she changed into her dress in a service station in the bathroom. And so,
And it even gets stranger than that. You didn't like your shoes, so you bought you a new pair of shoes at Treasure Island of all places. Bought you a new pair of shoes.
but anyway, so we got married. We ran away from home and got married, is the story.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of people that know us right now, they all you know, if we mention that, they say, oh my goodness, I would have never dreamed that. So Marie and I never actually had a wedding in a church, but back those days, most people didn't have a wedding in church.
That came from the kind of backgrounds we came from. But also, my uncle, he said something that disturbed me back then. He says, after he found out we got married, he says, I'll give it a year. But we showed him, didn't we?
No, which uncle was that? I don't recall.
Uncle Wayne.
Wayne, okay, yeah. That's typical of Wayne. Wayne never did like me at all. And so, he told Marie that it'd never last a year. Okay, well, we went through some rough times as far as financially and, you know, struggling with our family, and, you know, you had some problems with your health early on and everything, but you know what, we have stuck together and we've been happy all these years, and
We have.
I couldn't be happier if I'd done anything differently.
And you're always saying sweet things like that to me.
Well, let's see, was there anything else we was going to talk about on that? It
We
seemed
could
like
talk
covered
about
it real
some
quick.
of the hard things we did while we were dating, like all the cars that you had that barely ran, and we had to put, like, you had a busted windshield out of one of your cars, and when we went on a date, you had to put your coat up in the window to keep the air off from me.
Yeah. Well,
Those are a lot of those kind of memories.
well, you know how
But
now,
they were fun now.
yeah. Well, now, see, parents, they go and they buy their teenagers cars to drive.
Yeah.
But I come from a family, you know, we just barely survived week to week, and it was tough. And so for me to get a car, I had to go to work and work while I was going to school and save my money to buy a car. So my first car I bought, I think I drove it about 6 weeks and it caught on fire and burned up.
Yeah, that would really be a bummer.
And so I had to get another car. And so I think during my high school years, the time that Marie and I was dating, I probably had 3 or 4 different cars that I can remember.
Yeah.
And so,
I always loved the one that had true air conditioning in it.
I had what kind of air conditioning?
The true air conditioning, not the kind where the windows were busted out.
Oh, okay.
But back then, a lot of cars didn't even have air.
Yeah, back then you could buy a brand new car and it didn't even have air conditioning when you bought it.
I remember the 8-tracks too, and you would buy the 8-track. How was
Tape
it?
decks.
Yeah, tape decks, and you would listen to that song all the time called Hair, and you would turn that thing up, and we would go down the road.
Back in those days, I used to keep my hair pretty long, and you would think I was in those days right now, because it's been over 2 months since I've had a haircut.
Oh, well,
No.
I've been trying to let me give him a haircut, but he's not willing to do that yet.
Oh no, I don't mind. I'll let you do it.
Oh, okay.
But I said you had to do it on video.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well, we just wanted to share some of this information with you. I hope that we didn't forget anything that we was planning on sharing.
We forgot a lot.
We didn't cover everything.
No.
But we have 2 children. We have a boy. Boy was born first. He was born in 1973.
Yeah.
And then we have a girl. She was born in 1976. She was a bicentennial baby.
Yeah.
And then through the years we got 4 grandchildren. And so now we're going into the next generation and we're getting great-grandchildren
And we
now.
have 3 of those.
Yeah, so time's really moving on pretty fast for us, but at least we're both still pretty healthy.
Yeah.
We're both pretty happy. Oh, and I shouldn't say pretty happy, I'm very happy. And,
Me too.
and so, and we're both doing pretty good. We've had our struggles. I started a couple of businesses over the years, and they were successes, but then they failed, so you know how that goes.
But that was because of the economy.
Yeah, the economy got me one time.
Yeah.
But you know, we've had our ups and downs, but overall, we've had a real good life together. Like I said, it's been 49 years, and we're looking forward to next year. We're going to celebrate our 50th anniversary next year.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to that. And hopefully, we'll be able to make a trip somewhere next year.
Yeah.
We could go this year, but I just don't want to go anywhere and be exposed to anything right now. I'm happy with staying at home.
Yeah.
Okay, well everyone, we really do appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight. We hope that you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed telling you. It's just something that we wanted to share. I know that we have a lot of friends on YouTube, and you know us and you see us cooking and doing a little work in garden and different projects and all that, but you don't really know how we got together and how things started. But our life started together by going to church, and even though we hadn't been to church now in 2 or 3 months, we still go to church by watching it and listening to it on the computer and on the internet. But we've always been Christians, and we've always put God first in our life. And so that's very important, and we encourage everybody to do that also. So anything else you want to add to it, Marie, before we close?
No, but I'm glad we got a better car now that has air conditioning and windows.
When I was young, I didn't care if I had air conditioning or not, and my truck right now still don't have air conditioning.
No.
But I worked for a lot of years in that truck without air conditioning.
Right.
But it didn't bother me. But I think now if I had to go back to work, I'd probably want to get me a truck that had air conditioning.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, well we'll go ahead and close this video out for now. We certainly do appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to join us tonight. And if you will, please leave a comment, let us know if you like this video. And everyone have a great evening, and we will see you on our next video.
And do what you love and love what you do, and have a great evening. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.